may possibly be live. While I'm waiting for everyone to like verify whether or not audio streaming through and all that kind of stuff, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remind everyone to go to hankstrange.com, sign up for that email list on the website, the main website, hankstrange.com. That's where you can get the patches. There you go. See that this one right here is the broadcast patch. This one is the blaster patch. You can get those if you're looking for the t-shirts and stuff like that. It's on Ballistic Ink, but I believe there's some issues with Ballistic Ink, so it's been down for a little while.
Really?
But hopefully they'll get that back up soon. Yeah. So once again, go to hankstrange.com, sign up for the email list. Lola's throwing up deals, all kinds of stuff on there. Let's see. Let me get everyone up here in the screen. I'm gonna go for the open button first, guys. Hold on a second. Press the open and
welcome back to the Hank Stream situation.
There you go. Boom.
Lifestyle.
Make sure you guys subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. What's up, Walt?
That's a 600 episode.
Yes. That's right. Let's get the jazz hands going. I don't know if we do jazz hands every single time, but this is at least the 500th or something of the time. But this, indeed, is the 600th episode. I don't know what that means. What's 600? Is that like unobtainium? I don't know. But I hope you have your big girl panties on, because we are live. This is the Who Moved Your Freedom, My Freedom podcast, Your Freedom podcast. This is episode 600. The title is Libertarian Party 2020 Convention Orlando. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about doing, basically the three of us have been doing these 600 episodes. 3 years? 3 years? Yeah, Babyface is taking a deep sigh here.
2017.
Yeah.
Since 2017. It's also Free for All Monday. How many of those have we done? At least 150.
A bunch.
Lots.
So, of course, we've got Walter Keller. Let's see, there he goes. He of the massive cranium. He's here, and he's rocking a hat with a Hank Strange patch on it. There you go. He's official.
I caught hell before the start of this, so I had to put it.
No, I wouldn't do such a thing. I'm too nice to do that. Also, we got Babyface P. Boom, look at Babyface P with a patch and wearing a Safety Harbor shirt.
Boom!
There you go. What shirts Walter's rocking? Oh, he's representing for the BOP.
Yep, BOP.
BOP in the house. So Babyface Walter here. I think there's some there's a whole bunch of super chats that are going through. So let me try to get it to all these super chats. Please, guys, as you're coming in here, smash the thumbs up, share this video if you can. Let people know that we're live, we're doing this, we're here. Let me give these shout outs to people first. A real big supporter of what we do here, Real Cujo, my friend Sean. He gave us $50 from Real Cujo. He says, congratulations on 600 shows. It's been a real pleasure to see you succeed and all your hard work pay off. God bless you and your family. Thanks, Real Cujo. God bless you and yours as well. We really appreciate you. Hope you're doing, he's not able to come in here all the time. He's not been doing so well, but hopefully, let's see, can we put hands on Real Cujo? Let's put hands on. I beseech the powers of the internet.
I'm using my force power.
Yeah, the interwebs.
Feel the
to
power.
Travel through these electronics and burn away the evil. Burn it away.
Feel it in my bones. COVID-19. Stay away from the devil's hot.
We're not crazy. We're not crazy at all. Look at Patrick isn't even saying
like,
that.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm not here.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not here.
Yeah.
That felt good. That felt good.
See, the spirit has moved us seriously. Seriously, I hope Real Cujo's doing better. He's a really good guy. He's been supporting me even before I started doing this podcast. So,
can I throw out
Yes.
4 wins real quick?
Yes.
4 quick wins.
4 quick wins. Okay.
I put in for a review on some of my YouTube videos, 6 YouTube videos last night.
Mm-hmm.
4 of them got advertising.
Oh, that's good.
I cannot.
That's kind of a big deal. That is.
Before I forget, what the F is up with YouTube and the ads?
They hate us.
I mean, the ads come on, you can't turn them off.
Oh, there's a bunch. Well, so they're I guess they're getting advertising money from someone, and they're putting them. I know I've seen a lot of Joe Biden ads. I don't know what kind of ads you're seeing.
No, but they had before the ads would pop up, and you could like cut the ad off.
Oh, you mean like you could skip it? You could skip it.
Yeah, and now it's like, and the only way to skip it is to click on the. I found is to click on the like Lifestyles of Locked and Loaded's logo, and actually kind of go around it. It's annoying.
Yeah. Let's remember that YouTube's is doing all of this for the money, not for their altruism or awesomeness. That. Yeah. So even though they don't want us to get the money necessarily, they are in it for the money.
I can't believe they're being lenient on me. I thought the devil would come down and strike my channel down, but I got 4. I was so like bored last night. I got on YouTube's like help section and started a chat with one of the guys and was like, so I don't understand why you guys are striking my videos. No, this is useless. I know this is useless, but I don't know why you're striking my videos. They're all done in a private range, which is what they always strike it for. It's not not done in a safe environment. I was like, all of my videos are in a safe environment. Somehow now 4 videos have magically turned on, so I don't know if that helped or not, but
that's a good thing. It is a good thing. We're constantly fighting that, and like, so for example, I don't know, we've taken off hundreds of videos, and then we try to throw them up. So if you guys are seeing videos that look kind of old, it's because we take them off, and then maybe a couple weeks, months, a year later or whatever, we try to get that back up. All our videos are over on Gunstreamer, I think, for the most part. So you can always check those out there. And by the way, before I forget, I'm gonna get into the other super chats here. But before I forget this, so we've got someone coming on from Gun Critic, I believe. What's that guy's name? Is it Matt? Who? Yeah. What's his name? I can't. You guys. Did you guys? Matthew, right? Okay. I thought. See, I'm actually awesome. I was about to say I forget names, but I never do that. I always remember everyone's name.
Okay.
So
continue.
Anyway, he's coming on from Gun Critic, and he's going to talk about the whole gun streamer thing and all that sometime this week. So that's going to go down. Let's see. Flying Rich gave us $2. He says, happy 600th. Shout out to Flying Rich. You're awesome. Thanks. There's lots of people who are in the chat who are always here with us. Like, if you've been here for, I don't know if anyone in the chat is like, you got to be legit on this. Don't lie.
Been here all 600?
Yeah. Have you been here all 600 episodes? If not, if you've been here about 5, let us know, like 5, or if you've been here 300 or 100, or if this is the first one, let us know. We'll give you a shout out either way. We appreciate it all. If you're new, most of the craziness is due to Babyface P.
Absolutely.
These guys down here.
Yeah, that's it.
There, wherever I'm at in this thing, I don't know.
I'm the rational one.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Shooting Gallery Any, who's going to be on this week also, he gave us a couple of bucks here. He says 600th episode, baby. So shout out to Shooting Gallery Any out there. Let's see, I'm going through... actually, Big Cliff is saying they want you today for the Red Tube. So, shout out to Edward Andrews. He says good evening. There's lots of everyone's rolling through here, so I'm gonna try to get as many people.
How would you know how many times you watched the show?
Some people have been keeping track. Edward Andrews says he's been doing like 500 plus. That's cool. I believe that. Let's see. John Pearson says he's been here for 350.
I probably have too. So.
Yeah.
Probably something.
At least that.
400, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I know I've done all 600. And my brain is fried. And my brain is basically fried. Wait, I've done all 600, right? Did anyone have to...
You tell us.
We've had no fill-ins as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, that's like when you go to DMV and they ask you, there any tickets?
Yeah.
I said, you tell me.
Yeah, I know.
You tell me.
What's your machine like say? A lawyer now.
What's your machine say?
Yeah.
That is lawyer tactic. They know the answer already before they ask the question.
I refuse to incriminate myself, sir.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said to the woman one time, too. You tell me how many I've had.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Let's see. I carry my revolver says I've been around 595 I've seen. There you go. Brick says, I don't remember how long. I do remember watching Hank when he had the Isuzu V-Across. Bam.
Oh,
there
wow.
you go. That's old school. I shared a picture with you guys, I think, of the Isuzu V-Across the other day.
You and your cool pose, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Boss Hog says probably about 550.
That's when I called you Babyface Strange.
Babyface
Remember
Strange. Oh yes, I remember when because I was younger, I looked younger.
Oh, you had the full. There was no hawk.
I wish I still had that V-Across, man. Lola she forced me to sell that thing. There was nothing wrong with it. But, except apparently I'm not allowed to have too many cars sitting around in the yard.
Oh, well, when did that start?
It's some horrible policy that Lola has. Eric Gonzalez says started around the 200s. Len Holt says 500. Let's see. Laramie Stevenson says been here since 1XX, but most of the time I don't make the live stream. Well,
I remember, and I say this every 100 or 50 whenever we do the big ones, telling you you're wasting your time. You're like, I'm gonna do a podcast, and I'm like, why are you wasting your time?
Yeah.
You do it once a week, and you're like every night. And I'm like, why?
Patrick,
I don't know why. I understand the concept why, but I think anyways my reason why. And
what's your reason why?
Well, some people only do once a week. How long would it take them once a week to get 600?
Oh God, it would take forever.
Yeah,
years. So going years.
So if you jam it and you put the hammer down and get a whole bunch underneath your belt, then you can slack off a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've been kicking asses. around here.
You don't have to bust your balls as hard.
Yeah. Walter was, Walter was down from the beginning. Yes. Reluctantly. Walter has eaten, this is episode 600. Walter has had 1,200 meals. And 1,500 desserts.
And desserts, I was going to say.
I had absolutely no clue what the hell I was doing the first time he says, oh, just get on this and do that. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? It's like, oh, no problem. Just do this. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, and I think you came on. I think when we started doing this, you said you were on vacation.
We were on vacation, and we were out in Wyoming.
Yeah.
So from a hotel room.
Yeah. Babyface was like, nah, I don't think I'm gonna really do. And by the way, we've been doing this 3 years. I've known Babyface 4 years.
Maybe 5?
No, I don't think. Is it 4 or 5?
I don't know. I have to look at that first video.
Yeah, I think I saw the first video we did the other day because I think it was your what is that gun that's in the Army? A gun that
no longer, currently
the official
is
Army
in pieces.
What is that thing?
The M9A3. You borrowed that.
Yeah. But
then we also did a video with my SBR. My little 9mm SBR.
What do you mean that gun's in pieces? What's the deal with that?
I got to get a new barrel for it. We broke it, and I have yet to buy a new barrel.
Oh yeah. So
I actually shot it till it broke, and now I need a new barrel for it.
So yeah, they couldn't get a new barrel from those guys, huh?
Yeah. From what guys?
From me.
I broke it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, you broke it.
No, it was not the barrel's fault. We shot it out.
Oh, it's barrel shot. Okay. How many rounds went through that barrel?
I don't know. Probably less than should have been. Maybe 5. Between 5 and 10,000.
Okay. Yes, and Babyface also complained about this.
Yeah.
First I was going to do this 7 days a week, by the way.
I don't know. You're crazy.
So the first person who complained was Lola, and she said
that's effing insane.
That's insane.
Count me out on that.
Yeah, Lola vetoed that a long time ago. You guys are welcome. You're welcome.
No, it wouldn't have been here.
Yeah, if Patrick doesn't want to be on, he just pretends he's not getting those texts.
Sometimes maybe it's for the best.
So Walter comes on sometimes, even though he doesn't want to. He might be a little testy. If you go back and look at past episodes, if Walter is a little testy or whatever, so there you go. Let's see. DC2 Megaboost says been here since about 590. Let's see. Kris Williams says a lot. That's all I can say. I do see Kris Williams here all the time. I see lots of people who are here all the time. Shout out to you people. We appreciate you all checking this out. By the way, there's been more than 120,000 downloads of the audio.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Poor people.
Have you had anybody reach out to you and tell you like, oh, I never watch, but I like always download it?
There's people. So when I go to shows, which we haven't really done like a show, I did go to the Libertarian thing in Orlando. I'm gonna say Libertarians are not really big gun guys.
Really?
And that's who I want to support. Yes, I want to. We can smoke weed and do drugs, but you don't need no guns. No.
That's weird.
So anyway, we'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah.
So let's say I go to SHOT Show. There's people who recognize me purely by voice, and those are people listening to the audio thing. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that personally.
Yeah, it's weird. I hate my voice also.
I think we all hate our own voices.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
wait a minute. Talk up for you.
You love the sound of your own voice? I hate listening to the sound of my voice.
I love a parade.
No, I hate my own voice.
Oh boy, yeah. The sound of my voice outside of my own head is really weird because I have this reverb or whatever it is with my big skull. I guess I'm used to that sound. Outside of the head, it's like not so good. Not so good. And then, yes, there's people like Edward Andrews says, some of them I miss but watch later. There's a lot of people who do that, who, like, you know, at the time that we're doing this, they can't really come in and listen, but they, but they come later. There's people who listen to this while they're at work. There's people listening to this in prisons.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
Some people watching, you know, some prisons let you look at the YouTubes. Yeah, keep you entertained.
I can't believe that, but
So Hollow Point says, been here a while, not sure how long. Let's see. Villain Trucker 26 gave us $10. He says from Villain Trucker 26. Shout out to him. Yeah, and I think I saw Villain Trucker was commenting on some video that we released today. I think we released the so I did an interview with Maj Toure because he was at this convention. He was on the panel with me, and there is video out there of the whole panel for anyone who wants to see that for the conversation. Maj Toure tried to go at me on there if you want to see that whole combat session go down, the drama. You can. It's not really any kind of drama, but so let's see. Okay, DC2 Megaboo says he was here for VADA, so he's been here. Episode 1.
Did anybody take him seriously back then, or was it just a show, a spectacle? Even then, I can't remember.
I think he was a meme from back then, but people will reach
from that time. He was memed.
Yeah, people. Now he takes himself very seriously, and these are very serious tactics. I don't know if he's. I couldn't tell if he was trolling, or he actually believed everything. But he was. Listen. So the thing that happened with VADA is. But by the way, we've been going live before we started the podcast, and I'm going to bring some of those old things of going live over here and put them up like pre-podcast, I guess. But what happened with episode 1 is VADA was really viral at that time. And everyone was reaching out to me because I am the knower of all the black peoples.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
So, and I did not know him, but I did reach out to someone who I did know through the internet, James McCoy, and he knew VADA, and I was like, hey, you know him? Yes, okay, get him on the show. So James and VADA came on, and, I try to be as professional as possible, ask the questions that the people had out there, and they answered everything. So I think I got lots of kudos from people at the time because they were like, hey, you're actually asking this guy tough questions and things like that. And look, they came on, right?
I mean,
so
you gotta. I mean, you don't want to bring somebody on and then start attacking them.
No,
I mean,
no. I don't think we've ever done that, have we? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever done that, and that's not the intention, man.
No.
Even though some things have gotten...
It's very rare to have hostile guests on this show. I don't think that's really ever happened.
No, I don't think so.
There's been some quiet guests.
There's some that it is so hard. It's like pulling teeth to try to get them to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
Then there are some that you can't. They won't stop the entire time.
Right.
But no, I don't think we've ever had like hostility towards anybody.
No, I think ultimately here, like, we're all different in the gun community. We're just trying to get to know each other. Things get heated
Can't we
sometimes.
all just get along? Can't we all just get along?
No, you know the answer to that.
No.
It's the internet blood sports. We can never get along.
Yeah. Things have gotten heated. You know, when I get the time, I'm probably going to go through, and I do try to throw up snippets that go up on Hank Strange mostly. But it's, man, there's like 2 hours. So at 600 episode, we're looking at over 1,200 hours, you know, of this podcast altogether. So I will try to go back and maybe put some compilations together. Like, I'll do actually, you guys let us know what compilations you want. Maybe we'll do only Walter eating.
Best of Hank Strange podcast.
Yeah, like just Walter going, I got meatballs. I got pretzels today. I got cookies.
Really got my cookies.
That'd be really good, actually.
I got ice cream.
That would be a hit, man.
Somebody do that, please. Somebody throw that together. All of them.
Yeah.
Look at my cookies. Look at my cookies.
Yeah, that would be cool. Let's see. I'm trying to get through here. Big Cliff says, I spent 2 years on afternoon shift watching you loading trucks. So there you go.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Some people are reloading while they're watching this, or yeah. Yeah. I like to envision there's a couple out there, and they get their rocks off.
Getting it on?
Watching us, yeah, and, you know.
There's probably some weird dude with a Hank Strange body pillow just snuggling
Oh,
it.
no, please. No.
Got
We
his
don't
face
believe
on.
in effigies around here. No voodoo dolls. I don't want to feel weird things happening to my body while I'm doing the podcast.
As long as it doesn't end up on Gilstein's or Gilster's videos thing, you're all right. Then, you know, I mean, whatever her name is.
Oh, who is that?
The one that's locked up in the prison.
Ghislaine?
Yeah, who doesn't end up in Ghislaine's videos, you're all right. Joe Biden Ghislaining your pillow, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, no way. Flying Rich wants to know what Walter is eating. I don't know what.
I had some enchilada.
Oh, some enchilada.
It came from Costco. It comes in a tray and you put it in the oven and cook it in the oven. Yeah.
I got your enchilada right here.
Those freezer things tend to be pretty tasty.
This is pretty good. It's pretty good most of the time.
I
got
may
chicken
or may
in it.
not-
Got the rotisserie chicken in it.
You know,
I may or may not have pizza on the way.
Oh, you know what's my favorite stuff from like Costco, let's say Sam's Club, those different places? Two things. Chicken
Mac
pot
and
pie.
cheese.
No, chicken pot pie. That's some good crust. I don't know how they get the good crust on the chicken pot pie. From like, I don't know how that happens. And Lola used to buy this for me, but then I got too fat. The pretzels. You know, remember you could buy the pretzels?
Well, all the carbs. Of course the carbs are the best things.
Well, you have the peanut-filled pretzels. You sit and eat them all day or something, you know?
No. Like the actual big pretzels. Yeah. Yeah. You could put those.
You put the salt on it.
Yeah.
And cook it. Bake it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was not a good idea. That was not a good idea. Probably not a good idea to do two of those pretzels at the same time either. No, it's not.
Oh my! Oh my!
Let's see. Hollow Point says probably around the time when you were having issues with Yankee Marshall. Not sure how long ago that was. I don't know. Maybe a year or so. That makes people. Sometimes people come in here to hate us.
That has gotten a lot of airplay.
Yeah.
That whole thing with him and Guns and Gear.
On
different places, at different venues.
Probably. Yeah. Venues. Probably. You know, but I think sometimes those things happen and people come here to chastise us, hate on us, see how terrible we are, and then they fall in love.
They're like, actually, they're not too bad.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't hate them as much as I you know.
So, hey, that's how it goes. Kris Williams says 200s I've been watching, so there you go. Big Cliff says hit 30 plus gigs on my iPhone. 30 plus.
Wow. Of downloads from Hank? That's some.
Yeah,
crazy.
that's so. That's crazy.
That's some crazy stuff.
Let's see.
Len Holt says I typically have dinner with Walter. He cooks better than I do.
DCG44 says this is just like car guys hanging in the garage shooting the shit. Yeah.
It feels like it sometimes, yeah, for sure.
Except it's not hot.
No.
And,
yeah, we get to have our own
I'm not greasy. Like all weekend, Saturday I worked on mini bike stuff, and then Sunday I worked on one of my big trucks over with my friend Sean and Darren, and big truck, and greasy and hot and sweaty, but we got stuff done. So
I spent the entirety of Sunday in the garage working on gun stuff, and yes, it was disgusting. It is so nasty out right now.
Yeah, it's super humid out there. Even in Orlando, man, like Orlando was bad. Everyone that I knew that came into that thing was like, "What's up with Florida? Why do you guys have this kind of humidity?" I was like,
yeah.
At
this
least
morning in the shop,
we don't mummify here easy.
It was stifling this morning, and then it got cloudy a little bit, and it kind of cooled off a wee bit, but still. Yeah.
Camp David says Walt is the bedrock here.
That's right. Solid as a rock, baby.
There's actually Walt fans. There's Walter fans. What do you have to say to all the Waltites, the Waltons out there?
The followers of Walter?
Yeah, the Waltons, the Walterers. I don't know, gotta come up with something. The Waltons, actually the Waltons. That might not be bad.
God bless you. God bless every one of you, and stay tuned. There's more to come.
Yeah. Let us know who's here for Babyface P.
I got some. Come on.
Who loves that little little peach fuzz beard he's got going there?
You know you love it.
Yeah, let us know. There's got to be at least a couple of people.
Brian Rich says, "Can we do episode 666 from Hooters?"
I don't mind if Hooters is down.
I can arrange that. We can arrange that.
If Hooters is down, how's their internet over there?
It sucks. It's bad.
Oh, it's really bad.
It's like when you go inside the main building, like when you sit by the bar and stuff, you're like in I don't know if it's the building or the metal roof inside there, but you can't get squat. And they used to have Wi-Fi in there, but the Wi-Fi sucks too, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so then that might not be a good idea. Here, can we get someone from Hooters to come on and we do it? So it'll be the three of us.
Volunteer?
And then let me see. Let me just think here. Let me tell you. It might take me some time. Melissa, I don't know. Just random thought popped in my head. Can we get
a special request?
Yeah, can we get Melissa to come on? Perhaps. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. I'm asking for a friend, not for me.
Okay. I understand. I get
right.
That. You're helping a buddy out.
Yeah, I'm just helping the folks out there.
Yeah, Hootie Who's in the chat, man. Hootie Who's a Walter fan. Hootie Who!
Shout out to Hootie Who. Shout out to Hootie Who.
Yeah,
Jerry Parker says everyone smash the thumbs ups out there, please. We've got like almost 100 people in here. Smash the thumbs ups. We appreciate that. Kathleen Music Lover says, now my secret is out. I am in prison. I don't know if I believe that, but...
I never mind. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. No. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm in a prison. What? No, I'm not going to say it.
Okay. Armenian Taxes gave us $5. He says, I can't remember what episode it was when I started watching, but it was pretty early. I did go back and watch the few I missed. Happy 600th brother. Thank you. Thanks to all the people out there. By the way, Marsh Teray, we met him on episode 5. I looked it up.
Did you really?
Yeah. Same situation. Marsh was blowing up with his, like, no-nonsense, straight-from-the-hood, hustler, hip-hop, dreadlock thing that he has going on.
People were questioning his history and yada, yada, yada. And
yeah. So I reached out to him. I didn't know him. I reached out to him through the Black Twitter or something like that.
The Black Twitter. The extra dark Twitter.
It was smoke signals.
Yeah, I did reach out to him, and he was cool enough to come on and also answered every question. And I was like, oh, this guy's cool. He didn't back down from anything.
It's way better just to let it, if somebody, somebody says to you, hey, man, you ever smoke pot? Yeah. Haven't you?
Haven't you? Yeah.
or that kind of thing, say, oh, no, man, I never touched that. Then some buddy of yours comes out from 20 years ago. He's lying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, just tell the truth. That's what we try to do around here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Walton Probe says he's been watching the Libertarian Panel video. Good stuff. Let me see if I can throw that up. So yeah, so if you go to Hank Strange, the Libertarian Panel stuff is up there. That's Lola did it live on Facebook. But
Oh, that's why the audio is the way it is?
Yeah, that's why the audio and the video is not so great, because she was using my phone, and then also the internet wasn't that awesome in the thing. So
What? Have you ever been to a conference center that has good internet? I don't think they exist.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if it's crazy, like SHOT Show gets so crazy that your phone won't work.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is.
Everybody in the whole place is trying to use the internet.
Yeah, to get online. So yeah, but here I'll so if you go to Hank Strange, you'll see there's a couple of videos on there. I have my interview with Maj Toure is on there. There's a video up there. Is Integral better? That's with the Zulu Integral 556 from Liberty. And then there's this 2A panel discussion, and if you click on that, you can open it up. Let's see here. I will show you guys. Let's go into that here. I should have the audio muted. Yeah. So there was Maj Toure on the panel. There was Edgar Antillon. Both of those guys have already been on the podcast. There was also Devin of Trenchwork Chronicles. He's coming on soon. There's Rhonda Mary, who's coming on soon. There is Alicia Garcia. She was on the podcast as well. And then myself. And it was the panel was hosted by Spike Cohen, who is the vice presidential candidate for the Libertarian Party.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys out there know about Spike Cohen. If you do, if you want to have a conversation about that, we can definitely get into it. So Spike, this is my understanding, because when on Friday night when Lola and I got there, we had a dinner with everyone that was on the panel, including Spike. His wife was there, very lovely. Spike's married to a sister from Canada. Very, very lovely woman. And then when I found out that she was from Canada, I asked her if she knew Drake, which didn't go over well. But no, actually, she's pretty funny. She's pretty funny and cool. But anyway, so we were there. We were talking to all these guys before that. So Spike Cohen ran with this guy. So he was the vice presidential candidate, and the guy that was running to be presidential candidate was called Vermin Supreme. Who knows about that guy?
Yes, Vermin Supreme. Oh, God.
You know about it, because I didn't know about him until...
How does he... Wait, link me back to... How does he know Vermin Supreme?
He was Vermin Supreme's vice presidential candidate. You could see the two of them campaigning together.
On earth?
So explain to us Vermin Supreme.
Looks crazy.
Yeah. So it's because he said the younger people would know Vermin Supreme. So
how can you take anything seriously with that?
I think this is what the
Vermin Supreme.
Yeah, this is what he does every year. Vermin Supreme. He just got a crazy
I think it'd be
campaign.
better Chrome Vandium myself.
There you go. You could become Chrome Vandium and run for office.
For what I hear, Vermin Supreme does crazy stuff. Like he had his platform was we'll be able to go back in time. He was going to be able to put money to time travel. There was a lot of crazy stuff that they were up to. So, and then on the other side, there was a lady, I think her name is Jo Jorgensen or something like that. Mm-hmm. So she won, she got the majority of the vote, so she's the presidential candidate. I didn't meet her. And then Vermin Supreme didn't get it, but everyone liked Spike Cohen. So he's the vice presidential candidate, and they're running. Seemed cool. Seemed interested in the Second Amendment. It's tough, right? Like, to figure out whether or not people are paying us lip service, but just talking to him behind the scenes and stuff like that seemed cool. I also saw Larry Sharp was there, who was on the podcast. So he came to sit in and to listen to the panel and stuff like that and talk to him for a little while. So that was cool. Let's see here. I'm just trying to see if there's any more shout outs and stuff like that I need to go through. So yeah, I don't know if anyone has any questions from that. Big Dick Willie's out there. Shout out to him. Shout out to Big Dick Willie.
Did it come up at all about splitting the vote this go round? Did that?
No.
Was that asked or talked about?
The panel that we were on was called "Is the Second Amendment Really for Everyone?" So that was like a gun-based thing. So the way I wound up there is that Antonia Okafor, who's been on here, and she's the director of outreach for GOA. GOA was putting on this panel. She invited us all, and she invited Spike Cohen to be the host of it. That's basically what we were there for. I didn't do any other Libertarian Party stuff. When I was there, I did meet some Libertarian Party people, and I did meet people there who were pro-gun. But as everyone is saying, there's lots of different people in the.
Yeah, you even got Buckshot's.
Yeah, Buckshot's getting. Shout out to Hootie Who though while we're at it. Someone's coming to the door, Patrick.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I didn't really get a chance to. By the way, the place where we were in the Rosen Center, which is huge. It's very big, very big. I've been there before for like Amchar. Amchar used to do a thing there. There was a lot of stuff going on. All those. You ever saw those kiddie beauty contests that they have for like the little kids? There was a lot of those going on in the hotel. There were weddings and stuff going on there. And then there was the Libertarian Convention. I don't think there were a ton of people there. But they were doing their thing. I didn't get super involved in that, so. Big Dick Willie says Walter is in the house. That's a switch.
That's right. And,
yeah.
And also I see Jerry Parker says, "Who let the dogs out?" Ooh. Ooh.
Let's see.
Too much fun. Too much.
Yeah, CB Babyface stepped away here for a second, but CB says getting Babyface that chopper ride to cheer him up was great. Yeah, that was cool. That was something cool we did. Let us know. This is a good point. Let us know the cool things that you guys remember that was fun, that you enjoyed sharing with us. That was a good one.
The discussion where the people were bringing up Big Cliff and EMP attacks, and maybe Tyven and the melting guns.
Tyven. Okay, who wants to tell the story of the EMP thing with Tyven?
Well, Tyven believes that the plastic frame guns will melt in an EMP attack. What else?
Yeah, I think Tyven said that he did some experimentation on this when he was in the military, something along those lines. They somehow tested the Glocks or the polymer guns or something like that, and that they cannot withstand EMPs. Who are we to know?
Well,
Tyven could be.
We're talking about this.
What degree of EMP? Now we're talking like a microwave oven EMP kind of thing, or
I don't know. We would have to get Tyven to explain that to us.
You mean you're like 100 yards from the blast of a nuclear weapon,
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
But basically, Tyven doesn't trust polymer guns. So
yeah, and I think about that. I sent Tyven some one time. Just for can't remember what it was about, but I sent him some Magpul magazines. And after that, I thought, man, I thought he didn't like plastic, but
yeah, I don't think he's worried about the magazines. I don't know. Different formula for Magpul.
I don't know.
For PMags have a different formula. I don't know, but yes, that's been a thing here. Tyven's cool. I think what was it? There was like a dust up when we put Tyven and someone else on the podcast together.
Oh, that's right. Patrick.
Who was
it Patrick?
Oh yes, Patrick.
Patrick Gar.
Yeah.
Those two that's like putting oil and water together, man. It just don't work.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning, that's like cat and dog.
Yeah, that didn't go off too well. That happens from time to time. Around here. So someone was mentioning, Patrick, that when we got you that ride to go training in the helicopter and all that kind of stuff, that was cool.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. Amazing experience.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who contributed that money. That money did go. I didn't spend the money. I actually had to pay for that class, but so thanks to everyone who helped out with that. That was awesome. So.
I see. Imposter says, I love the cool finishes on the guns from WMD guns.
Who says what?
Imposter. I love the cool finishes on the guns from WMD guns.
Oh yeah,
They do make some
WMD.
cool stuff, and they're local-ish. They're Florida local.
Yes,
in Florida, yeah.
They're in Florida, which I did go out there and visit them, and they have been on the show.
Okay. I'm going to bring up something else. Somebody else has been on the show. KE Arms, right? KE Arms?
KE Arms has been on, yes.
Isn't KE Arms working on a plastic AR lower?
Is that?
I don't know. That'd be cool.
Is that who's working on that? I think they're working on that. Are they working on that with Barnauls?
I saw some stuff. Forgotten Weapons posted it too, or commented on it or something like that. And I don't know. I just saw it.
Yeah.
They showed them. They showed the molds and everything.
Walter, did you see that video I linked? I sent you and Hank yesterday. Did you watch that? Be careful what you're grabbing.
I can't touch that, can I? I touched it.
Yeah, don't behave yourself.
Can't touch it.
So there's a channel that, for anybody out there who's curious, there's a channel that that Walter and I enjoy called Kyber Armory, KHYBER, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they show how things are built in the Khyber Pass. They actually go there and show manufacture of firearms and that.
I think it's Dar.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the video that you sent in our internal thing?
What gun was it? A Tokarev?
Yeah, Tokarev pistol.
And
a 14 round, a high capacity Tokarev.
Yeah. Did you see the machine they had for cutting the blanks out? I've never seen a torch.
It's basically a laser
torch that traces.
It's a tracer.
That is so cool.
I mean, that's so old school, but still it works, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can get any of this and run it in here. Maybe I'll be able to get some of that up here on the screen to show you what you guys are talking about here.
DCG 44S says, yes, they are. It is in connection with in-range TV.
Yes. Yeah.
Sad.
So there you go. That's the little bit of footage from that thing. I don't want to show too much because the other day we showed that the fireworks and it got crazy, so I don't want to get into that too much. Sheets for Sheriff says, so you don't like people running for sheriff that like freedom and the Constitution. So that's what Sheets for Sheriff says. I don't know who said that, but it definitely wasn't any one of us. No. So,
But yeah, the Dara region in Pakistan where they make all the guns and stuff, and people go, oh, that's primitive, and you know what? Yeah. It is.
They make them and they work. And they're not bad for some of them. Some of the stuff they make is retarded.
And they're making polymer mags over there. They're making polymer.
Have you seen the video that they have on the Glock, the clone Glock that they made?
Yeah.
They do polymer molding and everything with the Glock logo. Because who from Glock is going to go out there and cite them? It looks exactly like a Glock. It doesn't look like a crap Chinese version of it's like a perfect clone of a Glock.
Yeah. By the way, Sheets for Sheriff, I think sounds familiar. He says he's the guy. Okay, that's the Cop Watch guy who broke the story on the cops in Florida that have an illegal list of gun owners.
And I guess heard anything else about that?
He's always sending me info on this. So anyone who wants to know can definitely connect with him.
Where are we at?
And I think
let us know in the chat. Where are we at with those cops?
I believe he's running for sheriff against his local sheriff that's getting up to all that nonsense. So if you guys want to connect with him there in the chat, go ahead and do that. That'll be a good thing. So let's see here. Brian Quick says, I'm in Florida looking for a place to live and the local shops are being masked Nazis. We don't have masked Nazis in Georgia where I live now.
Oh yeah, in Pinellas County you got anytime you go into a public business, you got to wear a mask. So today I went to the local Chrysler dealership, or Dodge, or Fiat, I should say. It's all the same thing. About getting some body work done on the Abarth because it had a little incident on the July 4th. Not by me. Somebody else was driving my Abarth.
Somebody else like who? Can we not? We're not allowed to mention who was doing it?
I'm not going to say per se, but they were backing out of my driveway and hit my mailbox.
Is it someone that you're married to?
No. Oh, no.
No. Is it one of your seed?
Okay, enough questions. Okay. Anyways, it was funny too. We were moving the car. What happens is when we have a gathering at my house, usually there's a bunch of vehicles there. So we'll move the cars and take them my cars over to the shop and park them over there, and then other people can park in the driveway. Well, somebody was backing up the Abarth. I wasn't driving it. Peggy wasn't driving it, and she ran into the mailbox. And so when she gets to the shop, I'm already there.
Okay.
And she goes, I hit your mailbox with a mirror. And I'm like, oh, okay. Is it all right? Oh, yeah, I guess. And I look on the side of the car, and there's a big scratch on the paint in the door, and then like a ripple in the sheet metal.
Whoa.
And then down in the bottom where the flare plastic stuff is, that's tore in the front. Right?
How do you do that from just a mailbox?
Yeah.
Well, the poor mailbox was like this. And my mailbox is sitting on like a railroad tie inside of my pavers in the driveway. And I have one of those mailboxes that's designed for these assholes that want to hit your mailbox with a hammer or with a baseball bat, so it breaks their arm. So it's like an armor-plated mailbox. The mailbox itself was fine, but the poor thing was leaning like this. So
God.
$2,500 worth of body work.
Whoa.
Oh God.
Okay.
Well, you got $600 plastic. You got a $300 sticker, a bar sticker on the side. And then all the paint and the blending of the paint.
And whoever that is should never ever get the keys ever again. I don't know who it is, but
yeah. But anyways, so.
It's no one related to you. I'm taking it. Then.
So back to the mask story. I knew that I was going to have to wear this device on my face.
Right.
So I have like a wrap thing, like a bandit, and I put it on as I walk in. And as I'm walking in, the woman that I dealt with and another guy in there, they're not wearing it while they're in there working.
Mm-hmm.
It's up.
Because what a lot of dealerships are doing is they don't want to do it. So, like the dealership that I go to, they don't want to do that. But, for example, someone came in there and they weren't wearing masks and complained to corporate headquarters and they got in trouble.
And they have a rat. I think they have a rat line in Pinellas County too.
Yeah. So what they do is if you come in there, and like when I go there, I don't wear a mask. So, but if someone comes in there wearing a mask, then they put the mask on. So that's how they go. For example, if you look at the video of us on the panel, no one's wearing masks, but the hotel makes you wear masks in public areas. But we all kind of like hung out with each other anyway, doing that whole thing. So we didn't do that. But it's like it is required in public areas in Orlando. So look, we just comply with that when we're in public areas. But when we didn't have to, we didn't do it. So.
Yeah. So no, it was cool. She was cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So let's see. So there's a couple of things here. People talking about the Libertarian Party. So by the way, I'll get into everyone's comments, right? And please smash the thumbs up. So you have like 100 people watching us right now, and we're talking about the Libertarian Party convention here in Orlando, which I went to on Saturday. I'm not a Libertarian. I'm actually registered as a Republican. I have Libertarian leanings, like. I don't care what you do with a consenting adult or whatever. That's not my business. There's certain things that I don't care about. I think when it comes to the government and finances and things like that, I'm very conservative. I think we should have less laws.
What do you think about Rand Paul wanting to pull all the troops out of Afghanistan next year? Afghanistan.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we police the world too much, and the world depends on us to police them too much. And look, sometimes it's necessary, unfortunately, but I think that we don't get a lot of appreciation for it. So as time has gone on, I could care less about the rest of the world, to be honest with you.
Well,
they don't like us anyways. Pull out.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. So, well, you know what? I am willing to take bets how long it takes for the whole place to go into chaos once we leave.
Yeah, I mean,
and then the problem is
not
it's
long.
our fault.
Yeah, well, we can't do anything about that. Just have a glass them all policy. You know what I'm saying? If you get out of hand, you can't control what's going on someplace, and you attack America, then
you kill them all and let God sort them out.
Yeah, that's basically how it goes.
That's the way you say it. Old times, unpolitically correct.
Right.
Kill them all, let God sort them out.
Yeah. So let's see here. So anyway, for anyone the reason why we went there, GOA had a panel. They invited us to the panel. Antonia Okafor is the director of outreach. You didn't see her there. I could show you a picture of Antonia. By the way, she's very beautifully pregnant. Yeah, she's having a baby pretty soon.
Baby.
I try to convince her that this baby should be named Hank, but I don't think she was really going for it. But it's still a campaign. I'm still working on a campaign of maybe the baby will be named Hank. We'll see. But anyway, here's a picture of Antonio. Look at that.
Our Twitter's got a picture of you on it right now.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. I didn't see that. I have to go on there But yeah, she looks great. She looks great. So she invited us
6
out
hours
there.
ago, these hashtag solutionaries took over the LP National Convention this Saturday in Orlando to talk about the true state of the 2A community. So proud of y'all.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're proud of her too. I'm gonna go in there and I'll actually let me see. I'll go on here. I'll go on the Twitters while we're doing this. Should I share my Twitter with you guys so you can see what shows up on my? Here, let's see. I'll share the screen. Look, I'll go into the Twitters. Bam. Let's see, Antonia. Let's search for Antonia right now. I don't think I'm following any porn stars on Twitter.
We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
And there goes the stream.
Okay, so Antonia Okafor Cover, that's her Twitter, and I'm following her right there. And boom, look at that. Yes, there is a picture of me. So awesome. I'm just gonna comment in there quickly. So much awesome. And then let's see. I'll put you know what? I'll put the eagle and American flag. But no, you know what? Always, I put the American flag first, then the eagle. Got to do that. Boom.
Well, the eagle's a Nazi symbol. Come on, you know that, right?
No, it's an American symbol. America.
You've seen that going on, right? These people are saying that Trump's got a shirt with an eagle on it, and that's Nazi. Everything's Nazi. Okay, so just get over it.
Has anybody ever complained about your logo? Have you ever had
people,
like in public? Somebody be
not
like,
complain, not like squawk and complain, but they say, "Oh, I know what that is. That's from the Africa Corps."
Yeah,
no. It's like, well, yeah, it is. So, and the Marine Corps used that symbol with their thing in it, and then the Germans used it recently until they told them to stop.
Have you? Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, can I tell you guys? I don't spend a lot of time worrying about symbols and symbolism. Of course, there's symbols that I care about and stuff like that, but. You know, we get too caught up in that, and we don't actually pay attention to really
US
doing
palm,
things.
U.S. palm, U.S. palm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me see. Okay, so DCG says Jorgensen is the abolish ATF lady, right? Question mark.
Yeah.
They were telling us. I know Spike Cohen was saying that they're running on a platform of abolishing the ATF. As well as some other things. They, they want to take suppressors off the NFA, etc. So yes, that's true from their point, and they're looking for people to endorse them. I'm not endorsing anyone at this point.
Question. So back since we're back to this, what are your guys' opinions on? So in my opinion here is third party is not going to split the Biden vote. So the Biden vote's going to be the Biden vote no matter who it is. No matter who the third-party candidate is. I kind of feel like the third-party candidate is only going to split the Trump vote. How does this sit in our hierarchy? Is it more important to get Trump in office? Is it more important to vote your conscience? Is it actually better to get Biden in office because then people will actually wake the F up? Like, how do you guys sit on all this?
First of all, everyone thinks that the third-party vote benefits the other side. That always happens. So Democrats think the third-party vote is going to split the vote away from them and benefit
I don't see it.
Republicans. And Republicans think the third-party vote is going to do the same thing, split it away from them, benefit Democrats. I don't really think so. I just want to see people vote. It's up to you who you vote for, you know? If you're an American and you can legally vote, go vote.
Okay, so here we go.
That's what I think.
Libertarians have been around forever.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't stop Trump from getting elected last time.
No.
Dems are already fractured, CB says in the chat, and that's very true. Because you got to know there's a lot of Dems that are going, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, they're messing it up pretty much for themselves.
And all this,
yeah.
Oh, they're digging themselves a hole.
They're alienating Americans on their own pretty good. And by the way, a lot of a lot of young black people already said they're not voting for Biden. That's already happened.
They're very loud and proud in their Marxist ways now. They're very proud. They're very proud of their communist Marxist ways, and they're not scared to tell you anymore. It's like, I'm out in the open. Here I am. I want to take your shit from you. And that's what it amounts to. And the Democrats or Black Lives Matter, it's all the same stuff. They just want to take your stuff.
Yeah.
They want your stuff. But yeah, so I don't think a third party is a player in this election, myself. So, unless a Dem third party person pops up. Now, if a Dem third party person pops up, then you're talking. You can count the Democrats completely out of the whole picture. But I don't see.
They won't let that happen. I don't think.
I don't think that the Libertarians do enough to differentiate themselves from either Republicans or Democrats. And typically when people think about them, they think, oh, these are the guys who they want to make weed legal, which I don't care about. I think it should be legal, right? I don't think drugs should be illegal. I just don't think you should drive and do other things that endanger other people's lives while you're intoxicated or high or whatever. But I don't care about that, but they make everything about that. Sorry, go ahead, Walt.
Or I shouldn't have to fix you when you're so fucked up on heroin that you can't see straight. Yeah. You should be left.
Listen,
you should be put out in the yard and left to die.
I will support legalizing heroin as long as we remove Narcan from every cop in the country.
Yep.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. So,
you take your life into your own hands.
But you see where I'm going with this, right? That I think a lot of times the Libertarian Party doesn't do enough. So when you have, for example, Burma Supreme running, that's what everyone sees, right? Everyone sees that.
Yeah, well, exactly. Mm-hmm. And so how are you supposed to take it seriously?
It's very difficult to do that. And then as a gun guy, I want to know that they're giving me more than lip service or trying to get my vote or whatever, right? So it's a kind of a tough deal. I wish they spent more time. I think at this point, let's see, they got some months, but I don't know if they have enough time to really establish that to America in general and say, hey, I think we're a better choice than this side or that side, and maybe they need to get more serious about what they're doing. Obviously, being the Libertarian Party, there's going to be people in there doing crazy stuff, but they should maybe deal with all of that, a long time ago. Get serious and let everyone know where you're at, and spend the time establishing that with people, and building that trust and credibility. I know Lewis555 says the Libertarian Party endorsed BLM, and I know that was something that was breaking over the weekend. That Joe Jorgensen.
They're Marxists.
Right.
They're straight up Marxists. Is that what you?
Never mind. I will remove all public approval for the Libertarian Party.
Well,
they're done. They're finished.
Yeah, well, every year something crazy like that comes up, right? Or every election thing, people are going, oh, maybe, you know what? I'm going to vote, but I think maybe I'll go here. And then something comes up and they're like, yeah, so. And this is the thing that, and I know, by the way, I know that there's folks out there who support BLM. Good for you. Good for you. I personally don't.
You're a Marxist then. You're a Marxist then. All right, come on.
I'm proud of being a black person. I think there's different races in America that have issues. I think at the same time, everyone should be proud of who they are. I think that's different from prejudice.
It's not about that.
And attacking and destroying people. Look, you know what I saw, and this is a thing in regards to this that I saw I saw this news article, right? I don't have it here, but it's out there. You guys have probably seen this already. There was, do you know, I think in Texas over the weekend, there was a shooting of 2 police officers, right? There was a domestic incident that went down. These 2 police officers they were approaching the door. They weren't prepared for anything, like they weren't approaching the door with guns drawn or anything like that. This guy opens the door and kills both of them. And then when the other cops show up, he kills himself. So the daughter of one of those cops posted a tribute to her father on Twitter. And at the end of that tribute, she put hashtag Blue Lives Matter. People jumped all over her. They called her racist. They called that racist. And they did all these kinds of things. That's what's alienating everyone from this.
You can't back down, though, after that.
She deleted it. I wouldn't have done it. I would not have deleted it.
I would not have deleted anything.
Yeah, but she's a young girl. She's a young girl that just lost her dad, and I agree with you, Walt. I agree with you. I'm with you. I wouldn't delete a damn thing. I don't give a crap. People can come.
BLM is not pro-black. BLM is anti-cop.
No, they're not.
That's the difference.
No, they're anti.
That's it.
They're anti everything American.
Also,
everything American.
Also, like I said before, and you guys could go look this up if you don't believe me. Even Malcolm X said that if he had to choose between Republicans and Democrats, if he had to, he would take Republicans over Democrats because Democrats treat black people like pets. They have they have this idea of ownership over black people, and what they do they get the black vote and they give symbolic things to people, but they don't actually do anything. You know, and so this is the thing that I'm saying, like all this symbolism nonsense, like getting Black Lives Matter painted on streets and stuff like that doesn't mean a damn thing. I would actually like to see, let's do something that we all agree. Everyone in America agrees that, you know, that there's powers given to police officers that they should perhaps not have, that we should get better training, better vetting, this thing and that thing. We all agree on that. Let's do that.
Now it's way past all that monkey business. This is not about police training. It's not about police brutality. It's
because we're accepting symbols.
They've taken that anger or whatever, or that a lot of it's misunderstanding, and now they've turned it into something else. Yeah. And it's got nothing to do with what it started out as. You know, this is a very well planned and very high financed program. If it's happening in England too, it's very well financed. It's not happening. These people don't go out and paint stuff on the street like that because they collected nickels on the corner of the street, or collected bottles and traded them in. Somebody like Soros, and it's known as he's paying for all this stuff. You don't do all this stuff. You don't buy your way into these cities unless somebody's financing it very well, and that's what's going on. Yeah. So
I'm not happy with symbols and symbolism and the nonsense that's going on.
That's a communist thing.
Milsurp Mike, who was on here, says, and Republicans treat 2A supporters like pets. You know what? I can't argue that. I think
this is not about that either.
I think, but listen, I think that the majority of Republicans are doing a bad job, man. Republicans are doing. We can't act like they're doing an awesome job. We can't act like that. They've done a lot of nonsense.
It's not the same. It's not the same stuff. When people are tearing down just look at history. The communists, every time they try to come into power, they tear down all the history. They want to wipe history clean. That's what the commies did in China. What the Russians did.
Walter, I agree with you. I agree with you. You know what the problem is with?
So let's call them out.
Listen,
it's not about police brutality.
You know what the problem is with the Republican Party right now, man? No backbone. When there's things like that going on in America, they should stand up and say nope. Nope.
Well,
you know what they're doing? They're cowering somewhere, and they're not standing up for anything. This is what they did. This is what they did back in 2016 when we gave them the White House. We gave them a supermajority in both houses, and they just went and cowered in a corner somewhere. And when there's things happening in America, like people are tearing down statues and doing all this, they're doing things. Look, if there's a lot of things I make fun of Trump and I talk about things that he does that's wrong, but the things that are allowed to do to the the current president of the United States of America, if that was done to Obama, it would be a massive problem. And Republicans are just allowing it. So you know, I think that a lot of times the problem that we have with Republicans is they just really don't stand up and fight. They get scared and go hide off somewhere in the shadows and just count on our support. And this is probably why we're having this conversation. You know,
I can't stop Black Lives Matter. They can. There's ways to do it very easily. There's plenty of laws on the books already for all this stuff. If you can imagine if what was going on was being done by the Italian mafia or the mafia in this country, what they would do.
That's basically what it comes down to.
They would have some investigations. There would be things that, you know.
There would be raids. There'd be shootings. They'd be rounding them up, public, dragging them through the street.
They didn't do it with Antifa.
So why? Not yet. I'm not. This is not to me that they're just as bad as the rest. These anarchists and all this stuff, I'd have them all round up. We'd give them a little hard labor out in the desert. They'd be building the wall actually. That's what they'd be doing. But yeah, there's laws on all this stuff. Just enforce the laws, and everybody get the laws the same way. That's like going in. It's like doing a raid on the people that defended their house in St. Louis. When you have a black mayor and a black a public defender,
Yeah, so we're on the subject now.
That's a little biased.
We're on the.
Come on.
Yeah, listen. So okay, we're on the subject of the St. Louis people that we did talk about, and we got into a heated thing. You know what I feel about this? I feel that going after them at this point is unfounded and unjust. Now I know
a little bit?
I came on and I said that they did some wrong things. I agree with that, right? But so for example, there's other folks out there who are saying, "Oh, see, I told you so." And we're having the I told you so moment going on. And you know what? I think that's too bad. Here's how I look at it. When I looked at what happened, I said honestly what I felt about it, and I still agree with that, right? There are a lot of things that happened that, if we're looking at it, if you're my friend and that happened to you, I would try to say, hey, listen, next time do this. But I think that trying to go after these guys and destroy them is it's not the way to go. And I one thing I'm not going to do is get up there and go, oh, see, I told you so, this is what should happen. Lots of people do things that are wrong for the right reasons, and they don't get into this level of trouble. Or even if they do, we're like, hey, you know what, you can't do that. So for example, I'll give you an example of what I'm trying to talk about. I remember there was a young lady that I met, Lola's going to probably tell me her name, who she lived in, I believe she lived in Connecticut or something like that, and she got a CC. Yeah, she got a CCW. Yeah, she went to Jersey. She got arrested. It was messed up, right? Because she shouldn't have done that, and we supported her. So I feel like that same way about those guys. There's things they maybe shouldn't have done, but they didn't do something that these guys should go, now we're going to persecute the living crap out of them. And we shouldn't think that it's cool that it's happening either, Or we shouldn't be I told you so-ing about it so much.
Similar but different.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the young lady that went to New Jersey broke New Jersey law.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
The people in St. Louis didn't break any laws.
I don't think they did. The problem that they have in St. Louis,
so
right, is politics.
They're using the power of the search warrant as a weapon.
It's the people who have that power to go out there and prosecute and try to go after people. I think there's a really good case that they could say, hey, this was private property. We were scared. We did that. Look, it's the same thing that comes down to the couple that with the Chipotle incident. If I can see how, maybe I would not be scared in that situation those guys were in, but I could see how they would be scared. And I think that, in the end, people trying to go after them and destroying them for something like this that happened, that's not cool. We need to be better than that.
That's the America we live in now. That you don't do things by what the laws are. You do things what you think.
Everything's politics. Everything ultimately, though, is politics.
You're pandering to groups that are the ones that are the problems.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here.
You're pandering. Why are you wasting the public's money? Serving. If you're going to do search warrants, why don't you go raid some of these people that are doing that trespassed on the property there, that are organizing the stuff? Why don't you do that?
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. Oh no,
yeah.
No, we can't do that.
Listen, we knew this was going to happen to those guys where they're at. Like in a lot of these situations, we knew this was going to happen to people, right? This is one of the things. This is why it's so important to vote. But ultimately, stuff could happen to you in a place like this where the politicians running it, they could find a way to go after you. You know what? So this is why I'm saying, like, the part of it that really bothers me is there's a lot of people out there like, oh, I told you so. I'm so awesome. I knew this was going to happen to them. Everyone knew this was going to happen to them. There's no level of awesomeness involved here. We all knew they were going to get into trouble for this, not only because they did some things that might open the door to that, but more specifically because of where they are and the politics involved there, and that people are going to go after them. And everyone's going to get their lives destroyed behind doing something that, yes, you might see something that's a little wrong in this, and people don't necessarily deserve to have like their entire lives destroyed behind it, but
they're not going to be destroyed. He has plenty of money. He's not going to be destroyed. He's going to be upset for a little while, but I sure hope they give him his gun back.
You know what's the thing? What's a better?
Took that illegally.
You know what's a better example that I could tell you? That maybe it'll be closer. You could tell me if you think this is closer or not. Let's look at Juicy Smollett. He clearly did something wrong and got away with it, even though it cost Chicago a lot of money. because of politics, right? And so this is the thing. Like, if people, so when that thing happened to Juicy, lots of people felt like, hey, he did the wrong thing. This was horrible. Let's not destroy him behind it, right?
But it's
so that's
though.
why
It's not the same.
It's a similar
he lied.
thing.
The lies he told broke the law.
Yes, he clearly broke the law,
So
but also put
he
people
needs
in
to be
danger.
punished.
If he would have done that in this environment here, there would have been riots. People might have gotten killed. Who knows, right? And what I'm saying to you is, it's the flip side of what I'm saying, Walter. Those people over there decided, oh, we'll let this go. Okay, we'll let it go with this thing. But in this situation of these guys, as long as those people are in power, they're going to keep going after these guys. Because they have the power to keep doing it. Like, okay, we can't get you here, we'll get you here. We'll go this way. We'll come at you this way. Well, if you walk your dog and your dog poops and you don't pick it up, we'll hit you up for that. Because they want to get like a win in the case of these guys. So I'm not saying it's the same exact thing. It's just using that political power to persecute the crap out of someone, or using that political power to decide not to persecute someone.
Unfortunately, those people won't be voted out because the people voting for him are still going to vote for him. Period.
Yeah. By the way, I saw that like 50 people offered that couple guns or ARs or something.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, if you do it legally, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know,
I'd give them one if I was close by.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Just they got lots of offers of training and stuff like that.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they deserve that. I'm the 2A for everybody. Thank you.
Absolutely, 100%.
You're right. We say this.
No, listen. I don't think it's cool to go to that level. I just don't think it's cool to go to that level and go after them.
Because they're abusing their power. So, flat out, those people that are in charge in St. Louis that are doing that are abusing their power. Unfortunately, the voting check and balance won't fix it because the same people are going to vote for him again because they think that's awesome.
Yeah, all of this is just helping. All of this is just helping the further divide. You know, the idea of red states and blue states. It's all helping to further that. I think that's the biggest thing that people are pissed off about today, right? It's like this mask thing or whatever. There's just people just pissed off at constantly being controlled and being dumped on and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
The mask thing is silly. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's more the same old pandering, feel good junk. Mm-hmm. It's not going to escape you from getting sick. It's not going to keep the spread from happening. I mean, one day it is 60% say it is, the next day they're saying it isn't.
Yeah, but how many people? So in America, what are we at? Like 350,000? No, 3 million. We're at 3 million, right? Let's say.
All right.
3 million is 1% of the population.
They're testing the fuck out of everybody now. That's why you have this. You would have had 3 million in the beginning.
Yeah, but ultimately, people are going to get sick.
And then, I get tested and I'm positive with antibodies, so I get thrown in that. Mm-hmm. You're positive.
Yeah.
Or I've heard where
most people are recovering, right? Like your sister and some other members, some in-laws got sick. They recovered, right?
Yeah. Everybody doesn't get sick though. Just because you're positive doesn't mean you get sick.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
This is all political bullshit.
Yeah. By the way, I never said this because I found out last week. My father actually got COVID-19 in New York City. He's doing. I hear he's doing okay. He's doing better. He was, he was not doing so well, and that's how they realized something was wrong with him, and he had to go to the emergency room and all of that. From what I hear, but I hear he's doing better.
With COVID-19, one of the problems that people have is they don't get treatment early. Mm-hmm. They let it go, and next thing you know, when they can't breathe, it's too late almost.
Yeah. My father's an old dude, so he's like 74 years old.
My dad, I got one older than that, and he don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, but your dad is indestructible. I've seen him.
No, he's not. He thinks he is, but he's not.
Yeah. Listen, from what I heard, here's what I heard. I heard that he was like not doing so well. My younger brother, they lived together. My younger brother checked up on him and was like, "Oh, there's something up with you." sent him off. They figured out what he had. I think he also had like some other kind of like his pancreas or something like that was affected. But I heard he's doing. I heard he's doing better. Most people are gonna do. Most people are gonna do. Most people are gonna do okay. Unfortunately, some people are gonna die. But we can't. We cannot stop this thing.
You can't stop it. You can't stop the world from turning because some people are dying.
We're destroying the economy based off of something that's affecting a percentage of the people in America.
It's like this. I mean, there's 300-something million people in the U.S.
Even here in Florida, like the news keeps
21 million people in Florida.
Yeah, the news keeps saying we're spiking. Florida's got higher rates than some whole countries and all that kind of stuff. What do you want to do?
Some countries don't have 20 million people.
But so how long are we planning on shutting Florida down or shutting America down for?
That's what it comes down to, really.
Yeah. So we're okay. Like we're just gonna shut everything down, and everyone's gonna be jobless, homeless, and all that kind of stuff. Everything will be fine. It'll all be fine.
It plays into the whole thing going on also with all the protests. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I know it's terrible.
You got a lot of idle hands out there right now. You got a lot of idle.
You know what I thought was ironic? Like the New York Times went after churches. Like they went after churches and wrote a story about how the churches wanted people to be able to worship, and now the COVID-19 is spiking. They didn't go after. There's all these people out there protesting. That didn't do anything.
Oh no, that didn't do anything. Not at all. Yeah, I know. It's silly. The whole thing is silly.
We have to live. We have to live.
If you're scared for your health, then don't go out in the crowd.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. It's personal.
And if you're sick, and you know it, be responsible and stay home and take your medicine.
Right. Stay out of the crowds.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll be fine.
And let the kids go to school. Kids need to be in school so they can socialize. And every mother's not a homeschooler, and every kid doesn't do well at home. Yeah. Taking classes.
If we keep shutting the country down like this, there's going to be no country. This is impossible. And there's no way. It's not going to stop anything. You cannot stop these things from getting out there and spreading and all that kind of stuff. Imagine the insanity. Look, remember what 9/11 did to air travel? This will. I don't know if I even want to get on a plane.
Oh, well.
I'm going to have to, but it's going to be ridiculous.
You're going to get on a plane. You're going to fly.
I know, because I have to.
And if you get sick, you get sick. Just like when you always got on an airplane. You think you didn't think about that?
You never considered it during flu season.
Every time I got on a plane, it's like, oh, God, here it goes again.
But you don't think anything more of it when it was regular flu season. It's just, it's flu season.
Regular flu. Yeah.
Wash my hands a little bit more. That's all.
Yeah, like get sick, I could die, but, who cares, right?
You could die anyway.
That's exactly
Well, that's what I say to people. You don't wear a mask during regular flu season, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It doesn't kill you.
I don't want to die cowering in my house in the closet with a mask on.
All huddled in the corner, all scared and shit. It's like, no, fuck that. Get out.
I want to die living. Now, if I was sick, I would stay away from people. If I get sick, I'll tell everyone, hey guys, I'm sick. I'm not going out. I'm not doing the show or anything like that. Well, just be responsible about it. I mean,
personal responsibility.
If you had the regular flu, you wouldn't be going around out, would you?
No.
No. Well, hello.
No. When I had do you remember? Well, I think it was last year. I had the regular flu, and I was like, "Oh, guys, I'm not going anywhere."
Well, yeah.
I mean, we can't stop. We cannot stop it. We can only deal with it. And at this point, we already know what we could do. So, like, if hospitals get over capacity, we know we got those ships. We could put them together
but they're
in
not.
48 hours and whatever.
Yeah, I just saw something about Florida today. The hospitals are not at anywhere near capacity. So once again, just because you test positive and you test tons, you're testing people by the thousands now. So of course the numbers are going to go up, but the deaths are way down.
Yeah. There was a news article the other day that was trying to say, like, oh, don't look at the death rate. That has nothing to do with it.
Oh, bullshit, it does.
That has everything to do with it.
Yes, it does.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
If they had 10,000 new cases and everybody was sick, there'd be panic at the hospitals. And there isn't.
Right.
Not that I've seen. You'd have them lined up outside trying to get in.
Yep.
You don't see that, do you?
No. It's I don't know, man. It's basically control, right? Like we've said before.
If you want to wear a mask,
what it is.
If you want to wear your mask with your cute little sayings on it, and you know with your little your little fancy mask, then go for it.
These and the thing that at least the way I feel is these people that are turning other people in, that are like going out of their way to film and shame people, turn them in for not wearing a mask, are the type of people that have power over nothing. Right. So this is their chance to get that little bit of power.
Here's the person in your neighborhood that reports you for planting the wrong kind of plant.
Exactly. Yeah.
But this is something that we've talked about before, right? And that people say about drugs, for example, right? That, you know, for selling, I remember in New York City in the 80s, if you had a vial of crack, that was mandatory 20 years. You know, then they're doing things like if you have a bump stock, that's 10 years or whatever. Now you're going to force someone to wear a mask, or you're going to lock them up and do this to them. It's like, what do we, you know, how do we get here? You know, how do we get here that this is what we're going to do to people now? And there's certain people, by the way, that they won't mess with. There's certain people they won't mess with.
You ever seen a protest? You ever seen a protest? Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? It's pretty obvious. So, and I think all of like what we're saying, we're not alone in what we think or what we're saying.
No.
There's a lot of America watching quietly, waiting for November.
There's a lot of anti-maskers out there, as they call them now. Anti-maskers, yeah.
Is that really what they're being?
You're an anti-masker.
I'm an anti-masker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Marley is a go with the flow type. She will not like say anything to anybody. She won't like, oh, just do it. Why don't you just do it? I'm like, I ain't doing it. I don't care.
Do what? What? Say something?
I'm not doing it.
I'll put it on. Like I had to go do some medical checkups and stuff like that. I put the mask on.
I had to go to the doctor for a checkup. That's the only time I've done it, and I just don't go shopping. I will order grocery, whatever I have to do. I'll shop a county over. Like, I'll make do. I'm not shopping here.
There's lots of people doing that. There's people driving to whole other states to go shopping.
I'm not putting a fucking mask on. It's stupid. I'm not sick.
That's your right. That's your right.
It's only 230 miles to the border.
Soon they're gonna start investigating you. It's gonna be like cigarettes.
Absolutely.
They're gonna be like, you're leaving and going to another state. Because look, there's gonna be places like the most draconian Nazi-ass mask places are gonna be like, you know what's funny? We're losing a lot of revenue. We better start hitting people up for doing this. Yeah. You know. They're gonna. It's gonna have to be right, or they're gonna have to relent. You know.
Oh, when they're never given power, that would never be the option. I would never.
Well, what you have to do is they have to admit they've been wrong the whole time.
They can't do that.
And oh my God, for God forbid you admitted you were lying the whole time.
No one's admitting. No one's admitting anything. Here,
look at those. Look at the governor of California. I guess they're just shutting everything down again out there too.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
Yeah. They're mad because they opened up
wise.
Disney. I think that places need to open up before people start losing their ever-loving minds.
Imagine wanting to do business and make money.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare they?
Yeah, imagine we should just lay off all the people at Disney. That's fine. That's not gonna make Orlando suffer at all. You know, I'm being sarcastic. Like, ultimately, America has to go back to business.
We got to go back to work.
Well, hello, I've been saying this the whole freaking time. Just go back, do what you normally do. If you don't want to go out, then don't go out.
Mm-hmm.
Also, tell the Nancys that are the little nitties that are reporting everybody to shove it right up their ass.
Well, that's another typical commie thing too.
Yeah,
where you have
the report system.
Yeah, you have a neighborhood watch, like the old people in China would watch everybody and report them. Mm-hmm. You know, and then of course they get a little bit more food when it comes time for their food.
That's what it is. They think it'll sympathy, but
yeah.
Vanessa Kitty says even us disabled folks due to health must go out and socialize. I'll be damned if I lock myself inside the rest of my life because I might get an illness.
It's good. Good for psychological health. It's good for physical health. You need to be outside. We are not made to live inside 24/7.
Everyone's throwing up anti-masker. That's what I'm saying.
I'm over it.
Hashtag anti-mask.
Yeah. Daniel, God is my judge says, Hank, where is your strange patch? It's here. There's a strange patch. But
and never, for anybody out there listening that's kind of on the fence, do not let anybody give you this moral high ground bullshit. Like, oh, they have the moral superiority because they're wearing a mask and you're just a bad person. Again, shove it right up your ass.
Tell them to wipe their ass with that mask, then put it back on. Yeah.
Shooting
Well,
gas.
here's the deal with the mask. The only person wearing a mask should be a sick person.
Yep.
If you make only the sick people wear masks, then those poor sick people are singled out, aren't they?
Yeah. But
You would
also,
not get
if
near
someone
somebody-
out there wants to wear a mask, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
That's
do your
the
thing. I don't
problem
care
is
if you wear a mask.
They don't want you to start associating masks with
being sick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have anything to do with a masked person with
Nope.
with a mask
Somebody's
on
out
that was sick.
with a
right?
mask on. They tested.
Oh, get out of here! You know?
Yeah.
Can't have that.
You can't.
Listen, I saw in the news there was a guy that was a store security guard and someone refused to wear a mask. Him and this guy got into a fight. Eventually, the guy came back. Like, they were fighting. The guy left. The guy came back. They were fighting again. And when the guy was leaving, the security guard guy shot him.
Well, he goes to the gallows.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
That's why. I'm not going to fight with anybody about a mask.
It's not worth it. This is America.
Shooting.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fight with anyone. You want to wear a mask? Wear a mask. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Care, whatever.
Don't tell me how to. Don't tell me what to do. If I choose, like, I should be allowed to go get sick. If I want to go lick an ashtray that has COVID on it, then that's my right, and I'm going to get sick and have to suffer the consequences, including die if I want to. But that's on me. But
there's a lot of things that are health that can do damage that we do, but ultimately this is where this is all going. They'll go after people for those things too. You know, there'll be the food police, there'll be the smoking police, there'll be the this police and the that police. But all these people don't actually want the police though. Less cops. This is what. Did you see? I actually. By the way, let me get to Shooting Gallery Annie real quick. He gave us $5. He says they did it. They did that in Massachusetts for the flavored vaping ban. People now driving to other states to get their e-juice.
in Philadelphia proper, they banned soda, so everybody just goes outside at one point, or they put like a soda tax on or something like that. So everybody was just going outside the city to buy soda, and the city realized quickly how much revenue they lost from tax money on sodas, and they got rid of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's stupid.
SoCal Gunner gave us $5. He says, we got the news today that our good-for-nothing governor is locking Cali down again. Cali begins, and the rest of the country follows.
Tell him to shove it.
Not in Florida.
Right up
Not in Florida.
Yeah.
The governor already said he's not
DeSantis
shutting
is
it
getting
down.
a lot of heat because he's standing up to these people. And guess who I'm going to, vote for when he runs again?
DeSantis for president.
Yeah,
I would love to
I like
see it.
DeSantis.
He's been doing a very good job for us lately.
Yeah, he's got a young wife. He's got a family.
Even the left can't complain. He's not doing meth with gay people or gay prostitutes in Miami hotels or whatever.
Thank you, Pat.
I mean,
yeah, thanks for reminding us of that.
No, that's a good one. That's the truth.
Right.
That is a freaking.
He's not doing it right. As far as we know, he's not gotten caught.
That's the truth.
Yeah. So I threw this up on the Facebook, on the Hank Strange Facebook. I'll put it in here for everyone to see it. So this is from The Truth About Guns, and basically the headline: Shannon Watts announces mom's demand action is also anti-cop. What? No.
Okay, so mom's demand action. They want to take the guns.
Facebook doesn't want me to link out of that. Yeah. So anyway, that article's out there. Go ahead.
They're anti-gun, right? They're anti-gun, right?
Mom's
Daniel
demand
God
action,
is my judge real quick says if I only wear a mask and only a mask, do they still have to let me in?
I've been seeing those memes. Oh my god, those have you seen the memes?
I haven't.
There's like all these memes of guys naked with only a mask on over the junk. You haven't seen these memes? I saw a bunch of them. I saw a bunch of them over the weekend, like just guys with a mask on that, like this guy didn't read the instructions properly.
Is there like it's also for chicks? Is there a bikini mask?
There's one dude. Someone said so. Like this guy was all shaved and had a mask on his nether regions. And I saw in a comment somewhere, someone said, "Wow, that's a great shaving job he did." He was definitely using Manscaped. Had to be using Manscaped.
I was just about to say, you know what he used?
Yeah, I hope he used that code Strange20.
What's your code? Yeah.
Manscaped. But look it up, Babyface. You're gonna see what I can't believe I'm telling you about a meme that you didn't.
I know.
You're the meme lord around here. Let's see. What was the so Moms Demand Action. They're anti-gun, and now they're anti-cop.
So who's going to do the bit dirty work?
Who's going to protect the babies in the gun-free zones?
Who's going to collect the guns for them then?
I don't know. That's another good question.
Don't get it. Could you imagine Karen coming around to your house and saying, "I on your cell phone, I need to have your guns right now. You can't have those."
You've seen these places where the police are going to send out like a counselor. Can you send a counselor out to the hood?
Oh. Well, imagine if they sent look at what happened to those 2 cops in Texas, man. If they send a counselor out there to that guy's taking out everybody, right?
That was 100% setup. I mean, that was, what do you do in that situation? I don't know. Do you come to the door with shotguns drawn?
No. I don't know. It's a tough job. Listen, at the end of the day, we've talked about cops here before. It's a really, really tough job that these guys are doing. There's some bad guys out there. But for the most part, the people that are doing this are good people who the cities all decide we want these people doing this job, and they're out there doing their job and risking their lives, and it's crazy. We have to look at this in a balanced way, man. I mean, I feel like crazy just talking about it over and over again. It's so obvious what we could do. We agree on what could be done, right? Everyone agrees no-knock raids and all that are nonsense, and no one. You know what? We can't do anything about that. Here's what we have to do. We got to write Black Lives Matter in front of the street instead of in front of Trump Tower. That's going to solve everything.
Yeah, that's a commie move.
That'll solve everything. And come on, man. If people are really falling for this bullshit, stop falling for symbols. Stop taking symbols.
Yeah.
Don't
Stop
do
pandering.
it.
Stop pandering. Stop pandering. Stop pandering.
Yeah, don't do it. So these people are stupid ass, man. They're stupid ass. So they believe like gun-free zones. They don't want the parents and responsible citizens who live in those neighborhoods around those schools to be able to protect the schools either. And then they don't want cops there either. What the hell do they want?
Chaos.
I'm pretty sure soon they're going to go, no one needs education. The kids don't. This is one of the big problems we have right now, that these kids are out of school. Their asses need to go back and get some freaking education.
They need to go back and sit in their chairs nice and close to each other, just like they were before, and talk to them straight. So don't be touching each other. Don't be picking your nose, rubbing it on the table.
Yeah.
And if their kids were not the ones that were getting sick and dying. There are instances where children die of the COVID-19, but look at their medical history and you'll find out why they died of COVID-19.
It's called comorbidity. Other things that factored into the death of these people.
Yeah.
Right. Young, old, and all in between. Oh, did you see, speaking of dying, did you see where John Travolta's wife passed away?
Yeah, really sad. Breast cancer. Metastatic breast cancer.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he's going to have to go sign another contract for a wife or something at some point?
I don't know how that works.
Is that too soon? Is that too soon?
I guess he's going to have to go find another partner.
Not a lot. Maybe I should.
You know what I actually...
There must be another young actress out there willing to get $5 million for being someone's beard. It's got to be.
You know what I actually... This is bad to think, but... So when you're a Scientologist, everything medical is controlled by the church. The church. I say that term very, very loosely.
They couldn't fix it, could they?
I'm wondering if they were able to help her, or if she died without the medical care she.
Well,
but
she had cancer, and ultimately, she had cancer for a long time. So I think she was heading in this direction for a long time. But I'm not really sure how that works. I'm not an expert on it. I do have my dad that I was just talking about actually is a Scientologist, but I don't really know how that all works. Yeah. I think ultimately we're all responsible for ourselves, and there's lots of organizations that do that kind of stuff. I don't think it's just Scientologists. I think there's some Christians out there that do that, Catholics, and all kinds of other people that do that. You have to live a balanced life, okay?
Yes.
Be logical. Have faith, but also, use your mind, use your brain.
If I'm going to be throwing away money at Zindu, I at least want some firearms and ammo in return.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't. Like I said, I don't really know. I don't really know too much about that. Listen, one of the things I want to do before we get out of here, I want to shout out Latinas Locked and Loaded, Rolando and Joanna. Shout out to them. They started their podcast. They did Locked and Loaded Latinos podcast, episode 001. We're on 600. They're on 1. So if you guys haven't subscribed to their channel, I encourage you to go over here. I'll show you. This is what their channel looks like. You folks need to go up there, subscribe to them. I think they're doing their show on Sundays. They're doing it live on Sundays. So, and they've been.
You mean they're not doing 7 days a week?
Everyone can't do it. I was willing to do it. You all were not willing to do it. I was like, I will do this 7 days a week, 6 hours a day.
Hell with a capital H. No.
But shout out to those guys. They're really cool. I don't know if they're out there right now in the chat. I'm not sure. But shout out to them, please. If you like this kind of stuff, go subscribe to them. And on your Sunday, set aside time to check them out on Sundays.
Sure.
Very intelligent. This lets I'm encouraged. There's some young people out there that are doing the right things. For the young people. Look at Babyface P. We've brought him up so well, Walter. We met him. He's just a snivelly, snot-nosed little kid.
Are you sure about you? I don't know if you want to take credit for my my being.
Not really. There's a lot of belligerence in there. Under the surface, there's a lot of belligerence. So yeah. Anyway, those kids are cool. They're all right. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else. What other things? There's some other story things that I pulled up that we can get in here and talk about. What kind? Oh, did you guys see this thing from? I don't follow sports, but I did see this article. Adrian Wojnarowski, I guess, suspended without pay by ESPN. Why, you say? After email to senator. So there was a senator. Basically, what happened? This senator Josh Hawley sent this, put out this text. He says, "If at NBA is going to put social cost statements on uniforms, why not support our troops or back the blue? Or given how much money the NBA makes in China, how about free Hong Kong? Today, I wrote to Adam Silver to ask for answers." So anyway, he sent an email to this Wojnarowski guy, right? And Wojnarowski replies, "A nice F you." That was his answer.
Oh, so the person that said "nice F you" got fired?
No. So Wojnarowski, this guy at ESPN, this senator sent him this email asking him to, like, hey, if you guys are going to put these other social justice things up there, how about doing this or doing that? And that ESPN guy responded, "F you."
F you.
And so he was the one that got fired, though.
Yeah, he got fired. Yeah.
So yes, the answer is yes, Walter.
Yeah. So.
Hey, so did that one get fired? No.
I don't know. One of the dudes got fired. He got fired.
The one that should have gotten fired got fired.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. That's
what we're
looking
for.
But isn't this what happens once we? What did I say about symbols? Like once we start getting into the symbols, isn't everyone going to want a piece of that? And if everyone doesn't have a piece of the symbols, isn't something unfair? Maybe something a little bit wrong.
Just live your life and.
Well, I don't need the NBA. Do you need the NBA?
I don't care about sports, man. I don't give a crap.
I don't need the NBA. I don't need the NFL. Yeah. I don't need any of that. We don't need. The country's gotten along fine with all this stuff, haven't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we don't need all that. Yeah. Let them guys that knock that ball around, go find some other.
Listen, at the same time, I don't care about them doing stuff, but I agree with what the senator is saying. Like, if you're gonna get into the business now of you're gonna throw up slogans and stuff on uniforms and all that. And there's
political stuff.
There's people out there who are supporting this. Some people are supporting what you're doing. Some people are not. But what they're saying is, hey, can we do this? It's like you're doing the BLM murals, and there's some people saying, okay, can we do like a patriotic mural? And they're like, hell no.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's racist. That's racist.
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
then it's not fair and balanced. Everyone's not equal then in your eyes.
There's a DC lawsuit about it right now.
Huh?
There was a lawsuit filed in DC last week by, oh God, what's the name? Tom Fenton. What's the name of his group? Hold on. Judicial Watch. Judicial Watch filed a lawsuit last week because they wanted to put Blue Lives Matter or something patriotic on the ground in DC, where because DC has a big Black Lives Matter thing, and they were denied. And Fenton was like, "Well, we're gonna sue you because we should have equal."
I mean, if you're gonna do this, can we get "shall not be infringed"? Can we do?
Okay, let's just fix all this. Remember, we don't need any of it.
No, we don't. Honestly, we don't.
That is a street to drive down.
Yes, no, absolutely.
We don't need to have slogans. I mean, I came up with a way to fix it that would be really cool. but no, we don't need all this junk on the street. We don't need our kids walking over this crap.
Nope.
We don't need it in front of Trump's building. We don't need anything in front of Trump's building. Not because it's Trump's building, because that could happen to you.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need it anywhere.
Yeah, Emma is bringing up from Redskins to Washington political hacks. I know the Redskins has some issues. And then I think, was it the Texas? I think I read before we came on air that people are mad about the Texas Rangers because that's also racist.
The Texas Rangers.
Tell me how that's racist. Tell me how that's racist.
I can't do it. I don't know.
Texas Rangers were police, weren't they? They were law enforcement.
Oh, so that's why that's a problem then.
That's why it's so bad. Jujubana. Yeah. Well, you know what I say? Well, it's unfortunate that these sports people that own a business, it is a business, are not smart enough to see how they're getting.
Yeah, ultimately, they're going to alienate people, and if they're fine with that, then hey, they're fine with it.
They already have. Not ultimately, they already have. Yeah. I mean, NFL's attendance and viewership is down a ton already. So, yeah, go ahead, NASCAR. Go ahead, play your game. Look how they got made into fools.
What we should do is just not get into this. Like, even though it's a sports that I don't care about, we should just not get into this and get into symbolism, and people should just enjoy the sport for what the sport is. And then if those people participating in that sport want to do things on their own time, let them do what they want to do. They can advocate all the things they want to advocate and fight for and represent.
People have tried doing the same BS with the Redskins for for Florida State. Like, people have tried that, and the Seminole tribe is like, no, we want them to have our name. We like it. They're like, fuck right out of here. We like having that on that sports team.
You're gonna. Oh, anyways, never mind. Okay.
It's a thing. It's just a thing. We're just talking. I'm not trying to set you off, Walt. We're just talking about the things that crazy people are doing.
A thing. This is more than a thing in this country. It's more than a thing. Trust me. And it's not. This thing doesn't stop with that thing.
And there's going to be a backlash for it because we're insisting.
You might not like that backlash when it happens, and let me just say that. We're talking about a backlash that could be real backlashy. I mean, people take it up to a certain point, and then people start to act. And I'm just saying.
John Crump said, F those guys. He says, been a fan all my life, and I'm done.
Done. Right. So how many other thousands of people are saying the exact same thing like I said? He's saying, everybody else. The hell with them. Fuck it. I don't I need to, on Sunday, instead of sitting around wasting an hour time giving them money, go outside and do something, do something else.
Yeah, but there's gonna be pushback to a lot of this stuff. I guess no one learned any lesson from Brexit or all the other things out there.
Remember when Kaepernick was doing his bullshit and the NFL suffered so much from fan backlash that they had to disavow him? Get ready.
I don't know if it's true or not, but Nike's paying the price too. So
I heard that Disney gave him a big contract.
Disney just picked him up.
I saw something about that. It's like, what the fuck are they thinking?
Disney's full on retard. What do you? They're owned by China as well.
Yeah, I mean, well, Marxists. Hello.
Exactly. Hello? No, exactly. So
it doesn't take much to figure out with any kind of brain. You go, okay, done. Yeah.
People are gonna get sick and tired of their money being spent in that direction, and once they win these battles, they're gonna force other things. Mm-hmm. They're gonna force other things on you and push other stuff, and ultimately, these are the places. I think people go to. I don't know. It's weird to me, right? Because I don't watch sports or anything like that, but it's weird to me. A lot of these teams. So in basketball, there's a lot of black people, right?
It's primarily black people.
Yeah. In football, there's a lot of
It's
black
primarily
people also,
black people.
right?
The
So
players. Yep.
yeah. So these are people making money. So I know the horrible owners are white people. I get it. So
the horrible owners pay those horrible players.
I know, so it's shameful.
Millions of dollars to
Yeah.
play a child's game.
Shameful.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's lots of people in the audience. America's watching in that audience, right? So black, white people, people from other countries, all kinds of people are watching that. Where exactly is the problem? Where's the problem?
I don't know.
If there was something institutionally going on, we'd be watching a bunch of white guys bouncing basketballs around the court, right? Probably. I think so.
Well,
If it was institutional, you know,
you think so, right? Right?
I don't know. So, you know, I don't know, man. This, I think, yeah, people are just gonna get turned off by this, and they're gonna get sick and tired of it, and you know, it's what we're seeing with cops. There's a lot of cops that are like, wow, if America really doesn't give a crap about me risking my life, I'll just go do some other stuff, whatever. You know, you can have it.
Yeah.
See who you'll find to do this particular thing, and that really wasn't a solution. We just needed to find better people to do something that we want someone to do. That maybe in just certain places they're just overdoing it. That's really the end result. And in a lot of places, you can find in a lot of very liberal places, you know what they do? There's too many cops there. There's too many. So in Gainesville, for example, where I'm broadcasting from, there's 5 freaking police departments.
Yeah, but you're never going to have those 5 police departments give up their authority. Never. Unless you turn the money off, they're never going to give it up.
Right.
Because there's a chief in every department, an assistant chief, and
there's money.
Money
behind
there's
it.
a public service a person that talks
PR
to the
guy?
press.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's crap.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. What else do I have here?
One more. What else we have? What kind of cheery news we have today?
You want something cheery? No, this is not cheery. No.
Something light.
Wait.
Come on.
Light? Oh, this is not light.
Good luck.
Yeah. Did you see? This is definitely not light. This is definitely not light. Iranian reports details. Iranian reports, I should say, details chain of mistakes in shooting down Ukrainian passenger plane. Yeah. Human error, a misaligned missile guidance system, and a decision to fire without authorization contributed to Iran's drowning of a civilian passenger plane in January, according to a new report from Iran's Civil Aviation Organization. So you guys remember that going back. And so the Ukrainian International Airlines Flight 752 was shot down shortly after takeoff from the Iranian capital, Tehran, killing 176 people on board. For several days, no one took responsibility, but signs pointed towards it being struck by a missile. Eventually, Iran admitted it had targeted the plane after mistakenly believing it was a U.S. missile.
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
So, do you remember that time when we accidentally shot down a passenger plane? I don't think so.
We shot down an Iranian airliner too.
Yeah. Where
Yes,
was
we
that?
did.
Where was that?
That was in the early '80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
A
So
US
that was
Navy
a little
ship
bit of
shot down.
So that was a little, well, it wasn't an American one they shot
It wasn't
down.
an American plane.
Yeah.
But the Iranians have been having a lot of mysterious accidents, industrial fires and stuff in Iran. Have you read about that?
No.
In
How
their
does that
nuclear
happen?
program, they're in their
Yeah.
nuclear sites and stuff. There's been monkey business going on.
Sabotage.
Well, they don't.
Sabotage?
No, nobody's claiming any responsibility for the fires, and but it has seriously set their program back, so they say. Yes.
Yeah, I know how to set those programs back.
Oh, glass! Stop your glass program. It's a glass program.
I know how to set it back. Ass missiles for everyone. Ass
Oh
missiles.
dear.
Yeah. Some of those guys would be on the road driving to work and we're like, you know, that sound you hear whistling through the air, that's an ass missile coming for you.
That's the blades coming out on that Maverick missile, that one with the
boy.
blades that comes out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to see. Okay, so I know. So this was something I saw. This about Trump. Maybe this is light. I don't know if it's light or not. So Saturday's trip was Trump's 275th visit to a golf club as president. President Trump on Sunday defended his golf outings in a tweet, saying he plays very fast. He said, "I play very fast. I'm the fastest golfer ever. Just really fast. That's how we do it, big and fast. That's how we go in. Melania knows about that. She likes it big and fast." Trump argued that many in business and politics that work out endlessly, so there's lots of people who work out endlessly and no one complains. I know many in business and politics that work out endlessly, in some cases to a point of exhaustion. Trump tweeted, "It's their number one passion in life, but no one complains." He added, "My exercise is playing, almost never during the week, a quick round of golf. Obama played much more and longer."
Yep, and bad too, by the way.
So, is it really a thing? I mean, this is always a thing. I remember when Obama was president, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's playing golf." But that's a good point, right? It is exercise. Let's ask the people out there, what do you do for exercise other than actually exercise? Because nobody really wants to just like exercise. You got to trick yourself. Well, at least me. I got to trick myself into the exercise. What do you guys do on a regular basis that's part of your exercise program? Let's go. Let's see who's got. Babyface P, what do you do as part of your regular exercise program?
I just suffer and make myself go to the gym, but we haven't done that since all this COVID stuff kicked off. But
oh, okay. All right. Walter Face P, what do you do for your regular exercise program?
I go to my shop and I sweat my butt off.
Yeah, I think I just sweat my ass off.
You've got the work exercise. Damn.
Yeah, that thing, yeah.
That work 365 days a week program. Yeah, what do you guys do out there? Okay, let me ask you this. Is sex an accepted exercise? Can we say that?
I consider
sexercise.
I vote.
Yeah,
I vote.
I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're an intense fellow like me, yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think that's exercise, right, Patrick?
Well,
I'm going to make you the expert of this.
Sure, that is considered exercise.
Yeah, All Thumb says clean guns. I'm not going to say what Chris Bullis says because he's got to be. That can't be.
Shall not be read out loud.
Let's see. The Jew says I run, lift heavy weights, and punch a heavy bag with some jump rope and sit-ups and push-ups.
Another one that is bike riding, lots of sex till yo ding dong falls off.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't ask this question. Daniel, I begged my wife for fun time for my exercise. There you go. It's a little bit of strategy. It's good for the brain and good for the body. Like it's almost like playing chess, right? You got to figure out a strategy. I got to be nice to my wife. I got to start. Oh, would you like me to rub your feet, honey?
I thought you were talking about golf.
No, trying to get some nookie. Trying to get some nookie.
Okay, yeah.
This is not exactly the caveman days. Unless you have that strategy of wait till your wife goes to sleep and then.
Oh dear.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's see. Shooting Gallery NE says, I go to the gym 6 days a week and go shooting 2 days a week. Okay, that's good.
Let's see.
Yeah. Emma says no, so there you go. John Voorhees says, I walk around Walmart looking for single ladies. Be careful. You could get in trouble like that.
With these masks on now, you can't tell. You can't see if they got good teeth or bad teeth or meth teeth.
Eyes have the face. You got some pretty eyes, but you're like, I don't know about that nose down.
You got a set of snags there.
It's all about the booty. Yes, the juice. I got to the juice. The juice says bike riding, lots of sex, until your ding dong falls. Good one.
Gun says trying to get some nookies exercise in its own.
Yeah. Clint Sanders says I work 10-hour days in the Georgia sun. Okay.
Well, that'll
do you.
Yeah.
You're getting your vitamin D, that's for sure.
Yeah. Emma says Doc told me as much sex as I have, I should be an Olympic athlete, but I'm not.
Walter. What? So is she getting some vitamin D? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I knew that was coming up. Yeah.
Oh boy.
And that helps with the COVID-19. The vitamin D does.
Yeah, Armament and Axis says, I go to work, mow the lawn, and do a lot of walking at the range. Have you seen our videos? I don't need to lose weight. Yeah, you mofos are skinny. You need to put some weight on. Eat some sandwiches.
Eat a pizza or something. You know what I'm saying?
So Brian Quick says, all you married guys with no prenups acting like you're having sex. That's funny. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Boss Hog says walking. Actually, yeah, walking I like. I like walking, riding bicycle. That's good stuff. Those are good exercise. You should be taking neck bone out for walks, Babyface.
We do. Go for a walk during lunch and a walk after work.
Yeah.
I don't really consider that exercise because it's not strenuous.
Yeah. There you go. Do whatever it is you need to do. Everyone doesn't have to play golf or do whatever else, but...
I'd be more than happy to fly over and play some golf with the president. He picks me up in Air Force One.
I'm pretty sure Trump is cheating at golf. I'm pretty sure. If he's playing real fast...
he's playing like a good round of golf from Caddyshack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I watched that a couple weeks ago again.
I'm pretty sure he's just making up his own rules as he goes along.
Hey, he's the president. So, he get away with it. I think Obama did the same thing. He wasn't the best golfer either.
Does anybody remember when Obama was like, "Yeah, I'm into guns," and then he has that shotgun, and that's it ever, and everybody else was like, "No, you're not."
That was probably before he got elected, right?
No, there have something about him shooting skeet in the White House or something.
Yeah, he had some.
To be like, no, I'm an average American. I'm
a good old boy. Yeah.
It's bullshit. Yeah, here, I found the picture of it. Hold on.
I'm a good old
of him.
Never waste.
Well, it's an edit, and I can't get it to load. But here it is. This is a better one. I'll stick it in chat for everybody. Here you go. And on Skype. There it is. End your night with that image in your head.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Are you trapping us?
He's in his Daisy Dukes,
no.
man. Look at that.
Oh, God. Do I have to put this up?
Oh, God.
That's what we end the night on right there.
Yeah, let me hold on a second.
That's funny. You got to put that up there.
Okay, here we go. Oh, God.
Somebody did a good job with that.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay. That is pretty terrible.
And that's where we end the night.
And what happened to that gun?
Sleep with that one in your brain.
And
what
that
happened
gun.
to those shorts?
Oh, God. I don't want to know. I do not want to know.
Michelle can't fit her booty in those. So.
I do not want to know. Listen.
Fit that pecker in there either,
Yeah.
I'm not commenting on that one. Listen, go to AmmoLand News. Before we wrap up and get out of here, I want to invite you guys, go to AmmoLand News. Black Guns Matter. Is the mission accomplished yet for March to Raid? That's the article I have up there. There's an accompanying video to that. Maj says that he's on a mission right now to raise $1 million. Which,
for what?
For Black Guns Matter. There goes Neckbone right there. For Black Guns Matter. For Black Guns Matter, he's raised about $300,000, and he's actually put that money out there back to the people in training and stuff like that. So I think he's good. I think he's doing good stuff out there, getting people, educated, training, Walter, training. And you know what? I asked him this question for you. I said, "Do you only train black people?" And he said, "No, we've trained whoever shows up there." So they've trained some white people. So if you can't afford training, I'm just saying, just be on the lookout for Black Guns Matter class. You can go up there. So when there's one in Florida, Walter, I'll invite you out there.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, what do you want me to say?
So anyway, no, they're doing some good stuff in terms of bringing people up to speed with the Second Amendment, their rights, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, you could check up on all of that by logging into AmmoLand there and reading that article. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to Babyface P. Babyface, how can the people keep up with you, support. What's going on the channel? What's going up
Happy
there?
600, youtube.com/babyfaceP. We got a video up today. Oh, my contacts are starting to dry out. Got a video up today on the Colt Woodsman, and it's pretty good. It's a cool gun. So that's up.
Yeah.
Every Monday at 4 a.m.
That's that 22, right? I think I shot that one.
Yeah.
Shot that one. Right. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with Neckbone.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Good. Walter.
Not touching anything. It's not dangerous.
I know.
Just sitting there.
Yep. Absolutely. Walter, what are you getting up to?
I'm getting up to. Let me see. Well, if you want to check us out, you can check us out on YouTube. We got Safety Hour Firearms on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. There's safetyhourfirearms.com. There's stunparts.com. If you want to check out some mini bike stuff, there's Dirtfoot Racing on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I post more on Instagram than anything else.
Yeah. Every time I look at your Instagram, you're getting new mini bike parts, man.
Well, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, I know. You're always getting some brand new mini bike parts. And by the way, we're showing everyone Neckbone.
Go get your toy.
Neckbone there.
Yeah. Go get your toy.
Someone was asking me if we're doing a SEMA show this year. So I'm down to do it. I just don't know what's going to be happening in Vegas and all that. I don't know.
Well, I'll make my bets as going on.
Yeah, I would like to go. I would like to go.
I don't know how they're going to do any social distancing at SEMA because it's a Class A. It's a Class A, 100% people cluster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's breathing. Everybody's everything.
Everything is passing within yeah. There's no way you can social distance. Sorry.
Yeah. So
only
50 people in the show at a time. Only 50 people.
Yes.
God, could
and
you
only
imagine
and only one person can ride in that drift car with the driver. That's one person. And it's like
that's gonna be crazy.
I've done that twice now, by the way. If you guys haven't done that, it's well worth it. It is really cool.
Yeah, just don't have breakfast.
Oh no, it is so much fun. I've done it twice. It's so worth it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Thanks a lot to Babyface P and Walter for helping us hit up this 600th episode. Walther Arms.
Yeah,
Walther. Shout out
Happy
to Walther.
600 Walther Arms. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thanks to them for keeping the show going here, and all the other people who sponsor the show. Shout out to all you guys out there who come in, watch the show, share the show, do all that kind of good stuff. Put up with our antics. There you go, Neckbone.
Got that look
wait,
like,
let me see. Can Neckbone? Can he see me though? Can he see me? Can he hear us?
No, he can't see or hear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna do my thing, but he can't hear it, so then it doesn't make any sense. So anyway, thanks to everyone out there. I'm gonna play the end right now. Make sure you guys subscribe here to the channel, ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. We go live Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. We also rip out the audio and we throw that up on iTunes and every place else that you listen to audio. Like I said, we've over 120,000 downloads all around the world. You know, the biggest episode of this whole show, I forgot what the number was, but it was 75,000 views, and I think it had a Military Arms channel in there. But shout out to everyone who's come on and hung out with us. What do you want to say, Walt?
Nothing. Just listening.
Absolutely.
Just listen to the facts.
Yes, the facts. We kick asses. We'll be back here all this week. So that's it for Babyface P, Walter Keller, myself. We're out of here. Last word. Who wants the last word?
Be civil. You guys, be civil.
Be nice. Don't wear high heel pumps and Daisy Dukes while you're shooting your shotgun. That's all I can say.
We're
out.
Oh.
Peace.